Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 501. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn, here as always, with suspenders concealed somewhere, but set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. We're going to be playing some no, we're not going to be playing some Metro Exodus. We're going to be playing some Wolfenstein, The New Order. No, we're not, actually. We're going to be playing Wolfenstein, The New Colossus. I'm just all sorts of mixed up today. Anyway, glad to have you all on the program. We're going to be having a good time. A lot of new props to show off. Today has been a big, well, this last week has been a big prop delivery week for the office, which has been fun. For those of you wondering where my video was for this morning, I gotta tell you, these hour-long videos really kick my butt. I sometimes get them out, you know, in a day, and I have it ready for the next day, but sometimes I have to go to bed. It'll get, 1 or 2 in the morning, and I have to say I'm done. And that's the way it was with the video I'm working on. I'm working on a video for Fallout 2. I'm doing the full story of Klamath. My goal was to get that out for today, but I didn't. I got all of the audio recorded and almost edited, and then I crashed. So I've been working on that video today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Klamath is really interesting, and it has a bunch of tie-ins with Fallout New Vegas. Klamath is mentioned a lot in Fallout New Vegas by at least 3 different characters. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that episode when I publish it. I plan to publish it on Saturday, and then I plan to do a video on Tranquility Lane for Sunday. That's another really long one that I hope to get done in time. I had to cancel it for last week because it was just so long, but I hope to have it done for Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, new content, Tranquility Lane from Fallout 3 and Klamath from Fallout 2. And then, of course, tomorrow we've got a live stream as usual at 10 o'clock in the morning for Metro Exodus. So that's the plan. Corey Wilson says, suit set to maximum swag. Yeah, I am doing something different today. I'm wearing a suit jacket, and that's because I got a t-shirt. And I don't wear t-shirts typically. I prefer nice long-sleeved button-up shirts. So I felt a tad underdressed in a t-shirt, but I got a new t-shirt from the most recent Loot Crate. And I don't usually show off Loot Crate stuff because, frankly, I'm usually not interested in the Loot Crate stuff. But I enjoyed that shirt. And here's my favorite thing from the most recent Loot Crate. Right? There are lots of fan-made New California Republic flags for sale. And I had toyed with getting one, but I never did because they're big and bulky, and where would I put it? So I'm really glad that the Loot Crate came with a new California Republic flag because I got to find a place for it now, whether it's on my door or above my desk somewhere. I'm not going to have room on the shelf. It's not going to go on the prop shelf, but I'll find a spot for it. Okay, lots of your comments going off the screen. Let me see if I can find those. Jogden says, Oxhorn, my cat's breath smells like cat food, as it should. Nicole says, when are you doing another LA Noire video? Probably next Monday. I've been pretty consistently getting out 1 episode of LA Noire a week, and we're almost done with that game, which means there are 3 episodes left to go, and then the game is done. There are still the free roam cases that I could do, which I might do. But there's also another game that I'm really interested in starting after LA Noire, so stay tuned. Roman says, I have found the perfect game for you, Firewatch. Relatively short, lots of exploration, mystery, and drama, 80s, and no driving. Give it a shot. Oh, so you mean I can do it then? When there's no driving, I can actually play the game. All right, well, I'm going to make a note to myself. Firewatch, Roman's suggestion. I'll check it out. Samantha says, your Fallout lore videos really help put me to sleep. Thank you, Osborne. Everybody says Osborne. Is it a common typo to do Osborne? Well, I'm grateful. I'm assuming that they put you to sleep not because they're boring, but because they comfort you. They just draw you into a comfortable place. It's the cozy down comforter of Oxhorn. That's putting you to sleep. All right. I've already poured the Coke. It's time to pour the rum. Then we got to light the cigar, or I'm never going to get to it. That's right. I have got to use my new decanters. They make pouring very tricky. If I'm perfectly honest. It's easier to pour straight from the bottle. Right. Well, as you know, if you watched my last live stream on Metro Exodus, I fixed my camera issue. So it was like 40 minutes into my live stream on Monday. We're in the middle of, Metro Exodus. We're reading lore on a train, having a good time. And my stream suddenly cuts off. And that's because my computer, my streaming rig, which is right over here, had a blue screen of death. And it's not the first time this has happened. When I used to do my Fallout 76 live streams, it also happened. And the culprit is this evil thing. This is called the Elgato Cam Link, and it's what I've been using to connect my really nice camera, which you see me on now, to my computer. As you can see, it has an HDMI port, and it's a USB 3.0. You just plug it right in. For some reason, Windows doesn't like it, or it doesn't like Windows, and it'll not just not work, but it'll like brick my computer. I had to roll back to a save point on 3 different occasions. I've had to log in via safe mode just to be able to do that and other things to get back into my computer because of some sort of strange integration, some sort of strange weird bug with this doggone thing. And then even when I fixed the bug, for some reason, their own capture system, the Elgato 4K gaming capture system, won't even recognize it sometimes. And OBS, Open Broadcast Software, will actually completely start stuttering my machine. So this has really made me mad. So I had to buy a completely new system, which is bummer because this is like a $300 dangle. This was $300, and I hated wasting that money, which is why I have spent months just struggling through this, rebooting my system and going through all the different things to try and get it to work. Finally, I just after last Monday's crash, I said, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and chalk this up to a lesson learned. Don't buy CamLink ever again. And I got a completely different brand, and so far it's working brilliantly. No frame drops, no hitching. My system is fine. I even have Adobe Premiere up on another monitor on this thing, so we're doing good. Anyway, I got it today. I was so afraid that it wasn't going to arrive in time for the show or for the live stream tomorrow, but it arrived just in time, so pretty happy about that. Okay, cigars. Thank you, Pip Boy. Or Vault Boy, whatever his name is. Welcome, new member, Justin Reda. Good to have you on the program. Moffy Bear says, try to say this fast, kinda. A big blue bug blew big blue bubbles. A big blue blug. A big blue bug blew big blue bubbles. A big blue bug. Okay, I'm done. That's it. Thank you. That was fun. Justin Redis says, finally a member, long overdue, my favorite YouTuber. Tanagra Town was one of my favorite videos to date. Thank you very much. I had so much fun putting together the Tanagra Town, but let me tell you something. The production of that video completely tanked my productivity. So in order to do the video on Tanagra Town, I said, okay, well, I have to just sit down and watch this episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Darmok, to figure out what's going on, right? All this, hullabaloo. Apparently, that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation is the 5th highest ranked episode in terms of quality for like all of Star Trek. So it's a great episode in terms of Star Trek history. And I had never seen it. So I sat myself down. It's like a 40-minute episode, and I watched the whole thing. And then I watched the next episode. And then I watched the next episode. By the time I figured it out, it was like 3 a.m. I hadn't gotten any work on the video done, and I'm like, oh man, it's happened. The bug has bit me. I'm now stuck. I'm gonna have to watch everything now. So yeah, that's what I do now. When I finish my videos at the end of the day, it's just Netflix and Star Trek: The Next Generation. So yeah, it's killed my productivity, but it's great. It's great. Zartu says Coke every time, Pepsi never. I agree. Well, you know, Pepsi sometimes. But I agree. Amin El Rifai with a wonderful tip, saying Oxhorn, thank you very much. Aurora says, hi Oxhorn, I'm watching you from my other channel. Well, it's good to have you here either way. Keel says, how many ghouls does it take to change a light bulb? None. They hang around a glowing one. That's logical. Roman says, was your first Fallout vid about Brahmin farts? Kind of. It wasn't. So one of my first Fallout videos was about Brahmin farts. And that's because I had installed a mod about farting Brahmin. You know, I was all about the immersion back then. And here we are in Fallout 4 with all of these two-headed Brahmin. And sure, they have two heads, but they didn't fart. And that just broke the realism for me. They're going to eat grass fine. They're going to have two heads fine. Their tails, swat at flies, great. But they don't fart? I mean, anyone who's been around cows knows that they fart. So I installed the Brahmin farts mod, and oh man, my immersion level just was way up there. I was in the world, loving every moment of it. Every time one of those Brahmin had a backfire, I'm sitting there going, yes, this world is real. But it became distracting. I would start to do tours of my settlements. I'd do a settlement build tour, and I'd have to stop talking when the Brahmin would fart. I'm like, and over here I've got a shipping container where I made a home. Pause, I'm going to wait for it to... And then I decorated it up this way. Right? It became distracting. So a little less realism. I removed the mod. Because it just got in the way of the narration I was trying to do. So by the time I started doing the lore videos, it was gone. The Brahmin farts mod was just, it was history. But apparently you dug it up. You dug it up. It wasn't my first video, but it was one of my first. Okay. Now, I bought this back in November or September or something like that, a ridiculously long time ago, and it just arrived. This is the officially licensed plasma pistol, and it's huge. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. They had the plasma pistol and the plasma rifle for sale, and I bought both. The plasma rifle is not here yet. And I assumed the rifle would be like this big, But now I'm terrified, because if this is the pistol, how big is that rifle going to be? I thought I was going to be able to put it on my display shelf, but no, if the rifle's twice the size of this, I'm going to have to wall mount it or something. Rusky says, I googled Fallout 4 jokes to try and get those going again, and the first thing that popped up was just a picture of the railroad. Aha. Nice. Tanner Sullivan says, I love your Fallout 4 so much. Thank you very much. Glad you've been able to enjoy it. So it does have a movable trigger, not a working trigger. The trigger doesn't do anything. It doesn't make a noise like the Nuka zapper, the Nuka gun that I have there. But it has a button on a side. You push and it lights up. So you can toggle it on or off. These on the top light up green. The ones on the sides light up green. And it's heavy. It's a sturdy little piece. I'm really impressed with it, to be perfectly honest. I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of thought, after I saw the Nuka Zapper, the Nuka-Cola Blaster, which is a little flimsy in quality, if I'm to be perfectly honest, I was a little concerned. I thought this was going to arrive and it would be really cheap. But no, it's not. It's a nice, sturdy little piece. It does say, made in China, all over it, which is strange for a Fallout prop. For a device that's supposed to be made by pre-war America before the nuclear apocalypse, for it to say made in China stamped all over it, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, to be perfectly honest. But it's a great little prop. So the thing that I don't like is that it didn't come with a stand. The pictures of this gun all have stands. You go to GameStop, you go to ThinkGeek, you go to the Bethesda store where you buy it, and it's sitting on a stand. And when I bought it, I thought it came with a stand, but it didn't. And then I went back to the display page, and in very fine print at the very bottom, it says does not include the display stand. I'm like, okay. Put it in the picture, but it's not included in the box. That's fine. That's, becoming a tradition here at Bethesda. If the nylon bags are anything to go on. So I'm going to have to get some made. Now, many of the weapons I have on that shelf back there have stands that this wonderful guy on Etsy, I shared his name in a previous video, but he makes stands for the Pip-Boys and a number of guns, and he agreed to make some stands for me. So I'll show those off when they arrive. So it's slowly coming together. We're almost done. I've got a few more pieces to the whole set, and then I'll do a video on it. I'm missing the plasma rifle. I'm missing one more helmet. I've got 2 new helmets up there. I don't know if you see it. If you want me to show them off, I will. But I've got 2 new helmets up there. I'm waiting for one more helmet. I'm waiting for my alien blaster. I'm waiting for a statue, and I'm waiting for my plasma rifle. And I think the entire display will be done. Roman says +1 to My Little Pony lore videos. That would be awesome. Not gonna hate, but it's not my thing, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Conduit says Oxhorn, hope all is well tonight. Glad I could make it to the show. Thank you very much. Glad you could make it as well. Samantha Sledge says you could narrate anything, and it would help me sleep. You should do. Oh, okay. So that was his response. You should do My Little Pony lore videos. I see. Maybe someday I'll make a channel for kids, and I'll tell. Maybe I'll read children's books or retell children's stories or something like that. But I probably won't be publishing any My Little Pony stuff on this channel. Not really my thing. Aurora says, Ox, love your settlements for Fallout 4. I actually downloaded some of the blueprints of them and gave for my game a couple of times. Well, I'm glad you liked them. My initial goal was to get all of my Fallout 4 settlements published onto the Nexus so people could download them. And I worked really hard to get through them all. I think I've got 10 or so up there, but I don't have all of them up there. And it's just a ton of work. It's a ton of work. And there's really no payoff. So, I mean, it's nice. You guys get to enjoy them, and that is a payoff, but it's just a ton of work. So I don't know when I'm going to do that. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Matt and Gabe says, hi, Oxhorn, love the streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Matt and Gabe. Hector says, hey, Oxhorn, can you tell my friend T-Slammer that house bum said you were right. I did not have it. Okay. Dear T-Slammer, house bum said that that I was right. And Hector doesn't have it. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Okay. Kill says the chat has spoken. They want to see the helmets. Okay. All right. I'll get them. One sec. All right, here's the T60. P-Town says, is it possible for you to link the Treasure of Jamaica Plain vid and the Ballistic Weave videos in the Fallout 4 playlist? I would be surprised if they're not there, so I'll have to double check that. Here's the T60 helmet, and as you can see, it does take batteries. It's got a movable thing there. And the light does work. The laser is not really a laser. Man, this is just, my setup here is so awkward. Let's push that down and move that over there. I hope you can still hear me, and that's right in the way. Here, let's move that down over there. There we go. There it is. There it is. It's a great little hat, or a great little mask, and you can't put it on. Ah, look at that. I feel like a Brotherhood of Steel soldier. The problem is there's no switch for the lights. There's no switch, so you install the batteries, and then the lights are on forever until you're ready to take it off. There are very few people on Etsy who will make the helmets, but these were extremely high quality. I found a guy who did them at the quality level that I was hoping for. So this turned out really well. Brett Buss says, here's some money in case you get demonetized for that last video. Lol, a lot of Star Trek. Yeah, I'm really hoping that I don't get demonetized, but we'll see. We'll see. And then there's the XO1. This guy will custom paint them based on what you want. So I could have had this in Institute colors or, whatever I wanted. But I just wanted the regular steel look. I wanted it weathered. It's got rust on there. But look at the quality. He does an excellent job. It doesn't feel... I mean, look... I don't want to hate on the T-51 helmet that came with Fallout 76 because it's a great little prop, but this is way heavier than that helmet, and it's far less flimsy. In my opinion, it has a more realistic paint job as well. Now, this was handmade for me. It wasn't mass-produced like the T-51 helmet was, so yeah, maybe it's not a fair comparison, but you can put it on. This one doesn't have lights, though, because, the eyes would light up, and that's hard to do. While you're also supposed to see out of them. There we go. That's my XO1 helmet. The only one I'm missing is the T-45, which I am currently getting made. Now, I'm not going to do the other ones. The Ultrasight would be fun. The Excavator would be fun, but with Fallout 76, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with all of the different power armor helmets that will eventually be available in the game. I'm betting that 5 years down the road, there will be 70 bazillion new suits of power armor out there, each with individual helmet styles, and at that point, I'm just like, no. I'm not going to collect them all. So I'm kind of just limiting myself to Fallout 4. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. Those are the helmets that I'm going to collect. I'm not going to collect them all. But there we go. Those are the two helmets I have. When I get the T-45, I'll, of course, show it off here on the program. All right, let's put this back. Damn, this is heavy. I don't know if I showed this off or not, but I'll show it off now. This is another one I'm really pleased with. I found a guy on Etsy who makes the Sierra Madre chips. And I know it's hard to see because of the light, but if you played Dead Money, the Dead Money DLC for Fallout New Vegas, in the fountains all over the villa, we would find these chips that had been thrown into the fountain for good luck, and they're very unique. They have a unique shape, and they're double-sided. On one side, you've got, is that Veracruz, I think? It's a beautiful lady's face. And then on the back, you've got a big statue that says, Begin Again, and then the Sierra Madre. It's an exact replica of the coin, the chip from Dead Money. I thought it was such a unique and interesting prop that I had him make one. And it's cast. It's cast metal. It's got a copper look to it. So it feels like a real coin. But, I gotta lock it down, right? If I keep going, I'm gonna just end up running out of room in my office. So I'm done getting things made. I've got a few more things that are being shipped, and then I'll have everything that I need. Okay, Aurora says, what dog meat companion do you enjoy more? Dog meat from Fallout 3, Rex from New Vegas, or dog meat from Fallout 4? Rex from New Vegas has a much more interesting story. I mean, he actually has a quest. You can get him upgraded. So I think I like him the best. Lakeside Redneck says, Oxhorn really is the best YouTuber and Fallout expert in the world. You're being extremely kind. I wouldn't call myself an expert by any stretch of the imagination. Every time I publish a new video, I am educated by the viewers. Let's just put it that way. But you're still very kind. Triggered Feminist says, hello, Oxhorn, love the merchandise. Any chance you can allow more shirts to be long-sleeved? Been wanting the cheeriest one for a while. They should all be available in long sleeves, but it's possible that there's an error, so I'm going to make a note. A note to get that one, at least, in long sleeve. Your mom says, how's it going? It's going great. Nice to see you again. Andrew Keener says, love your Fallout videos. What cigar are you smoking? Today I'm smoking a La Aurora y Leon Corojo. Roman says, you've just got yourself a thumbnail? Oh dear, what does that mean? What does that mean? P-Town says, they aren't in there. I watch that playlist often. Okay. So, Jamaica Plain. Ballistic Weave and Jamaica Plain. Okay, I'll take a look at that after the program and try and get them into the list. Stephen A. says, your Dalton Farm build for Far Harbor was the best. I copied the boardwalk and campfires on the beach. Love your work, Ox. Well, thank you, Stephen A. I really enjoyed all of the Far Harbor settlements that we could build. Those are they were all just wonderful places to build. Brett Buss, and I've gone all the way back up. That's the one for being demonetized on YouTube. Thank you very much. Sarah says, were the Gunners formed by former Enclave members? My best friend said they were, but I'm not sure. If anyone could know, I'm betting it would be you. There's no evidence for who formed them, whom they report to, or where they came from. They're like Talon Company. We don't know where Talon Company came from. They're just a mercenary group in Fallout 3. And the same is true for the Gunners. The Gunners have a more interesting military-like structure. And I did a series on the Gunners. If you're interested, I have an entire playlist. I think I have a playlist for the Gunners. I think I have a playlist for all of the Gunners videos that I did for Fallout 4. So just check out my channel, and I've got a few theories that I explored there. Andrew says, Oxhorn, would you happen to plan to make an Enclave shirt anytime soon? I don't want to make an Enclave shirt until we meet them in Fallout 3. It's going to be a while until we meet them in Fallout 2, and we'll be meeting them pretty soon in Fallout 3. So maybe then I'll consider making an Enclave shirt. Clifton Ward says, hello, fellow cigar smoker. Do you smoke A.J. Fernandez cigars too? Honestly, I haven't heard of them. I don't know. So that's a no. I haven't smoked them before, but I'll check them out. Money for Chicken Nuggets says, hey, Oxhorn, how do you cheer up a German? You say, don't be so sour, Kraut. Love the creativity. Thank you very much. Buff Canuck says, looks like you should invest in the strong back perk so you can store more Fallout merchandise. Yeah. I need more shelves or something. I am running out of room. Zartu says, hey, Oxhorn, do you plan on streaming the upcoming Fallout 76 events? Brewing Quest, the parade with the mask. Yeah, the Fonchant robot parade. I do. I'm either going to stream them or do a lore video about them. I haven't decided. But basically, next week, when they release the Fallout 76 stuff, they're really going to be messing up my schedule. So my Metro Exodus live streams for next week might be Fallout 76 live streams instead. My lore video days might be Fallout 76 days instead, just so that I can cover some of that content. Additionally, Yeah. So that's the plan. We'll probably be doing some Fallout 76 live streams next week. Aurora says, this has been fun, but I gotta go. We'll be driving soon and going out to eat and beer. Keep up the good work later. Thank you very much, Aurora. Enjoy your beer and your burger. Roman says, I'm at the video thumbnail. You in the helmet. Ah, yes, I can take a photograph of myself in the helmet for a new video thumbnail. Looking great, he says. Also on Metro, make sure you sit through the entire Admiral scene. Admiral scene. It's just so well done. Well, I don't know what that means, but I assume I'll understand what it means when I get there. Joaquin Greaves says, obviously he smokes San Francisco Sunlights. I wish I could get a box of San Francisco Sunlights. That would be great. Master and the Assassin says, how's the television coming along? Hopefully things are going well. I've pretty much abandoned that idea. The television thing probably isn't going to be working. Sadly. Oxhorn, who's your favorite companion in New Vegas? They're all great. All of the companions in New Vegas are wonderful. And I'm probably going to have to say Cass. She is really interesting. Reed Stokes says, please try it Roblox. Look for the other comment I said. My son watches a lot of Roblox videos on YouTube, and from everything that I've seen, that's a very saturated game. Like, there are a lot of people who make Roblox videos. Kind of like Minecraft. Minecraft, it's a great game, but it's really saturated. Like, it's hard to stand out as a new Minecraft video maker, right? Or a Fortnite streamer. So no hate on any of the people who produce that kind of content, but I don't really think it's my cup of tea. It's not something I would really get passionate about. My son loves Roblox, though. Okay, PG-13 joke here. Justin says, if a girl with big breasts works at Hooters, where does the girl with one leg work? IHOP. Thank you, Justin. That was wonderful. Such a great contribution to the program. I'm so glad we do this dad joke thing. When did we start this? Why is it? It's every episode now. Who's responsible for that? The Dark Seraph, I think, is responsible for bringing that up. Good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. Ash Williams says, hey, Osborne. Love your videos. Love your Fallout videos. Just got Fallout 76 and love it. Any good tips? And I'm loving the New Vegas sign. Yeah, it's not working anymore. I think the neon part of it broke. I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to have to take it in. My advice for Fallout 76 is just follow the main quest. You'll get to everything if you follow the main quest. That's my advice. When does Fallout 76 take place? 25 years after the bombs drop. The power helmet light is still on, says Jaden. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. I'll turn that off in a bit. Ben Beck says, I audibly groaned on that one. Yeah. I almost audibly groaned. I think I groaned with my eyes on that one. Steve O'Debo says, I really enjoyed the Oxhorn After Dark streams with your brother. Kind of put you out of your element and was quite entertaining. Yeah, I was talking with my brother about that over the weekend because he came over and his kids were hanging out. And I said, bro, you got to come back and guest star on Scotch and Smoke Rings again. We can do more Oxhorn After Dark. And he says, no, I mean, I'm only entertaining when I'm drunk. And I said, no, they would all love to see you again. It's not just when you're drunk. He's like, no, I'm only funny when I'm drunk. I'm like, you don't have to be drunk. Just take a sip of the rum, You don't have to get drunk off the ROM. Just enjoy it a little bit, slowly over the entire 2 hours, and you'll be fine. But for some reason, he's got it stuck in his head that he can't be interesting on this program unless he gets drunk. And I'm trying to curb him of that idea so that he can come back and join me on the program without getting drunk. And I think that's based on history, because the last few times he was on the program, he did get kind of sauced. And, well, that's what put me out of the comfort zone, as you so rightly pointed out. Rachel says, Oxhorn, are there any 76 shirts coming to the shop? My suggestions, Oxcavator, AFK Mole Rats, and Radio. Where's the radio? La 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 la. Those are all great. I really like that last one. That's what I used to do before I had that mod installed. I would hear the sound of a radio and be like, oh, radio. It's like, la 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 la. Don't want to get demonetized. That'd be a good shirt. That's a great idea. Corey says, how do you keep from procrastinating? As a college student, I deal with that a lot. It's hard, but it's also, I could be doing something much more boring. I've done things that were really boring. My first job out of college, I worked at Amazon as an editor for the DVD team. And while I was there, I mean, when you're right out of college and you join Amazon, you do the work no one wants to do to prove yourself. And my job was to go through spreadsheet databases of all of the new DVD titles that were coming to Amazon and categorize them manually. You would think that all of the DVDs, well, this was 10 years ago. This was more than 10 years ago, so maybe things have changed. But you would think that all of the products that they have on Amazon are organized by some sort of robot and it's automatic. No, it's manual. I would manually organize these spreadsheets of all of the DVD titles that were coming in and then use a color-coded system to put them into the right category and then to find, appropriate reviews to connect it to. It was such a manual and tedious process. And I remember getting through it by just listening to Pandora and podcasts. The Brobdingnagian Bards were the band of choice. When I would get to work, I would sit down and I would listen to the Brobdingnagian Bards, great little band, and I would listen to all sorts of podcasts just so that I could get through the day. And thankfully, 6 months later, I got my job offer in San Francisco, and I moved there to work for WeGame, which was a wonderful experience. But now, all these years later, I can't listen to the Brobdingnagian Bards anymore because it sends me back to that time. And I don't want to be there. I'll hear they're wonderful. It's so sad because their music was so great and I enjoyed it so much. But I'll just hear even an opening sound from one of their songs, and I'm sitting in that chair editing horrifying spreadsheets for the DVD team, and it's tedious. But yeah, music and distractions worked really well when I was in a business setting trying to power through things like that. This is a completely different thing because I can't be distracted. I can't listen to music at all when I work on my videos or have TV going or Netflix going at all because I'm writing the script myself or I'm recording it myself, and anything that will distract me from it, I'll make mistakes and it won't turn out right. So, I play a lot of mental games with myself, with rewards. Okay, once I get to this point in editing the audio, then I'll reward myself with a new cup of tea. Or once I get to this point in the video editing process, I'll reward myself with a new cigar or something like that. I'll have all of these. I'll just make up little, milestones in my workday that I have to get to before I can do something that I want to enjoy. It works. I get through it. Sometimes I don't. Like today, I didn't have a video for today, but it works. It eventually works. All right, let's see what I missed here. Welcome, new member, Andrew Keener. Good to have you on the program. Ajax says, hey, Ox, happy I made it to the stream today. Let's have a good night. In other news, I'm ordering my class ring tomorrow, which I'm super excited. Well, congratulations. I hope you enjoy your class ring. My class ring is in a wooden box somewhere in my old childhood room back at my parents' house. All these years later, I'm 37 years old, and I never moved out of my parents' house. I just sort of abandoned it and left all of my stuff there. And they left my room alone. It's like a time capsule from the 90s. If you go into my old bedroom, It's a time capsule from the 90s. If you were a geek playing video games in the 90s, you had a bedroom like my old childhood bedroom. It's still there. I need to really clean it out. My parents, my mom, she will bug me and say, you've got to get rid of all your junk in my house. I'm like, I will, I promise. It's just tons of stuff from the 90s. All right, one day I will get down there and I'll do as my mom asked. Luke Babcock says, I agree with Rachel. Make a radio shirt. That would be a lot of fun. I may do that. J.A. Bristol with a very generous tip. Thank you, Bristol. Says, I just watched your recent recording session of L.A. Noire, and I heard you were having trouble finding a working Fallout 4-ish desk fan. I got one from my grandfather's house after he passed, and I used it as a set piece in my Another Day in the Commonwealth video, 3 minutes long. Wow, congratulations. That's a great find. I'm extremely picky when it comes to a Fallout prop. I probably spent 2 or 3 hours on Etsy going through all of the, General Electric and all of the different fans from that time period. And there are a number that are extremely close to the Fallout fan, but I'm taking a look at the way that the wire mesh looks on the fan, and it's really unique. The Fallout 4 fan has almost like a propeller shape on the fan. Now it's that wire mesh is supposed to be a fan guard, so you don't put your fist in while the blades are spinning, which is why most of the fans that we find from that time period had really elaborate wire guards. But the one in Fallout 4 only had it's a very minimalist one, it wouldn't work really well in real life as a good hand guard to keep you from chopping off your hand. Also, the blade rotates extremely slowly, and it's a weird shape. Like, instead of being a big scooping shape like many of the fans, which is a better design because it'll push a lot of air, it's just like a little paddle that goes out. And finding one that matches those two characteristics is really hard. Strangely enough, finding a green fan is not the hard part. That weird green, that mint green look of the Fallout 4 fan, man, there were a lot of fans painted mint green back then, which is really weird. I found a lot of them. But that unique cage design and the strange paddle shape, that's the hard bit. Finding a fan like that, man. That and the radio. Oh, I spent so many hours trying to find a radio that looks like the radio and an alarm clock. The alarm clock and the fan and the radio, if I could find those... that radio is so hard to find. And the weird thing about the alarm clock is it looks like a radio. The closest thing I've been able to find to that alarm clock is a radio that has a clock in it. It's from the 80s, by the way. There's a really cool radio alarm clock from the 80s that has those horizontal lines, and it comes in the yellow and white color. And I almost bought one. But it was from the 80s, so it's kind of out of place, and the font used on the dial is not the same. I know that it's impossible for me to find an exact duplicate of what comes from Fallout 4, but I want that. I don't want something that isn't exact. I'll have to get someone to make something for me. That's what I'll have to do. Corey says, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lakeside Redneck says, hey, Oxhorn, any advice on me building a successful channel like yours? You are my inspiration for pursuing YouTube. Well, thank you. That's very flattering. It's one of those things, every time you're successful, it's like bottling lightning. Capturing lightning in a bottle. And it's hard to do that twice. Now, I was very fortunate in that I was successful once before. 10, 15 years ago, however long it was, I had my first channel, which was my World of Warcraft channel, and I never got 1 million subscribers on it. I think the most I ever got was like close to 200,000. It's gone down since then. But I had a few viral hits, and I was invited to cons, and that was like my first taste of really success. And then I abandoned it for many years while I worked on my career, and then I came back to it, but a completely new channel. So this is my second channel. This is my new channel. And then I ended up being successful here too. My only recommendation is don't make what you think other people would want to see. which I know is a weird recommendation because most marketers will sit down and say, study your competition, find out what's trending on YouTube. That'll give you an idea, make a 10-minute long video so that you can have at least one ad in it. And at the very beginning, make sure that you pump your channel name in there and tell them to subscribe and to click the bell notification button, because if you don't at the very beginning, well, you're losing out on visitors because there's a drop off with visitors. They never make it to the end. So you got to get that at the beginning. That's how you're going to amp up you've got all of these guys who will just sit down and focus on the wrong thing, which is how to get the more subscribers and to find out what's trending on YouTube. That's not what people want. People go to your channel for the content, not to sit there and listen to you talk about how they need to subscribe to your channel, right? So my philosophy has always been give the content first, right? Give them the entire reason they're there first. Give them the reward first, and then ask for something later. So that's why I do all of my self-promotion, all of my subscription stuff. I put that at the very, very end of my video, and I figure if I just give them all of the stuff that they want first, then if they make it to the end, I will have earned a subscription or something like that. So if people don't feel like they're sitting through, people already have to sit through advertisements to watch your video. If they also have to sit through you talking about your channel as if it were an advertisement, you're just going to push people away. So just focus on the content. Don't focus on what's really popular, because people are already watching that. They've already got their favorite channels that are playing Fortnite or that are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 or whatever other game is out there. Focus on something that you just want to do. And if you have enough passion for it and it holds your interest long enough, then that'll give you the stamina you need to get through it. Because becoming successful on YouTube isn't something that just happens, the first time you publish a video. And there are many people who will publish a video and, a week goes by and it didn't become a viral hit and they just give up. And it doesn't work that way. You got to sit there. You got to decide that this is what you want to do. Okay, I am now a YouTuber. This is what I'm passionate about. This is the topic I want to talk about. This is my job now. Even if you're being paid to do something else, you got to put enough time and energy into your channel right at the beginning so that you can do it as a job. And that's why choosing something you're genuinely interested in is so important. Because if you're doing something just because it's trending, you're not going to be interested in it enough to put the energy into your channel that it needs to be successful. I did a video every single day, including weekends, for the first 1.5 to 2 years of this new channel, just to fill it up with as much content as I possibly could, and so that I could talk about things that I was really interested in. And that's how I got. No, that's what people saw, I guess. Ox, look up the 1940 GE Modelo tube radio. Okay. 1940. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that's so close. That's so close. Okay, so it's got the right shape, but it's missing a few really important things. If you take a look at the Fallout 4 radio, it almost has these tape recorder keys at the very bottom. It's a really strange design. I've looked through thousands of different vintage radio designs, and I have yet to find one that has this unique thing. But there are different buttons at the very bottom. They're almost like little, accordion keys at the very bottom, and then the dial is in the middle. There are a few that have a big dial in the middle, but they'll have a whole bunch of buttons and knobs, and I haven't found a single one that has the little switches. This one looks great. Man, it's got the shape of the Fallout radio down. It doesn't have those keys, though. Maybe they just invented those little keys at the... Ooh, there's a nice one. Maybe they just invented... Okay, I can't get into this, because then I'm going to go off and just start looking up radios. I can't do that. I got a show to do. Sorry. But, maybe the designer who came up with that radio shape just made something up. It's quite possible, because it's a great looking radio from the game. Wyatt says, what was your previous job? I was the vice president of marketing at a hospitality technology company. I did hospitality technology for almost 10 years. It was a good gig. Roman says, it's 6:45 a.m. here. I must now leave. Have a great one. Thank you very much, Roman. You have a great one as well. Alaskan Tool says, Ox, check out the Golden Tone GE 1940. Man, you guys, I'm in good company. Golden Tone GE 1940. Man, I should just do a live stream where we look up vintage radios and clocks and stuff. I could turn that into a live stream. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Here, let me share with you what I found on eBay. The closest ones that I have found. And I still haven't bought them because they're not quite close enough. Okay, so the closest clock I have found to the Fallout alarm clock is it's a French clock. Well, you're going to have to go onto YouTube and you're going to have to go onto... So there's no brand. It's just called an Art Deco alarm clock from Jazz France Gold. If you search on eBay, you can find it. It's close. It's the closest I've found to the clock, but it's just not close enough. And the fan, that's the closest I've found to the Fallout fan, is called the Model J92A 30-watt desk fan. It has the paddle-shaped blades. It also has the almost bow tie-shaped grill. It's not exact. That grill is not exact, but it's almost there. The problem is that it's painted the wrong shade of green. It's a forest green instead of being a mint green, and it's non-functioning, which is a bummer. I wanted to buy a fan that was functional. Now, here's the radio that I found that was the closest to the Fallout radio on eBay. It's called the Airline 2 Band Wood Tube Radio. Airline 2. That has everything in the right space. The dial, or the big dial, or the tuning dial, is in the middle. It's got the speakers on the sides and the knobs on the bottom, but it also doesn't have the keys. I can't find a single one that has the keys. That's the problem. All right, I'm just geeking out. Sorry. Ben's long-lost brother says, why not paint the blades? Yeah, I could do that, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I want one that works. I've also already kind of expended my energy on vintage antique electronics with the TV. I was really putting a lot of passion and energy into restoring that predicted television so I could watch Fallout stuff on it, and I feel like I kind of got scammed by the guy who sold it to me. It arrived and it didn't work, and then even though he had it insured, he didn't cash in that insurance, or if he did, he kept it or something. I don't know. It just didn't work out, so that kind of burned me when it comes to finding vintage electronics. You never know what you're going to get on eBay. So, I don't know. It would be a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. Conduit says, as a music producer, I agree, Oxhorn. I agree with Oxhorn. Being an artist is all about the climb and never quitting even when the grind gets you down. That's very true. Good insight there, Conduit. Nick Has Problems says, hey, Oxhorn, I love the LA Noire series. Any similar games? Yes, I'm not going to tip my hand just yet, but there is another game that I'm planning on doing once I finish my series on LA Noire. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's an unusual game. It's not many people would do a series about this game on YouTube, but it's got a similar detective feel to it, so I think you'll enjoy it. Zayframe says, will you ever do a room tour? Yeah, but I want to finish it first. So, I mean, I've got it going on in the background. You can see everything I've got back there. Once I finish my shrine, I feel like I'm making a shrine back there. But once I finish it, then I'll do my plan is to do a walkthrough and show off every piece. And then also to create, okay, I'm giving away all my secrets here, but my ultimate plan is to take this camera off and then to get like a dolly or something and do slow zoom in and pans of all of the things and props put on my shelf that I can use as an AFK slide segment, much like the intro to Fallout 4. You know how in Fallout 4 you start the game and you're about to press play and you see the garage and the camera zooms in the garage and then it pans over the shelving and you see all the doodads and bits and pieces all over the place. That's what I'm wanting to recreate with my little shelf back there. But it's going to take some time. I have to wait for everything to arrive, and maybe then I have to buy a dolly, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tyler Hawkins says, how do you like to drink your scotch? I like it with ice cubes. But I haven't had ice cubes in a while because my ice machine doesn't work in this house. So I just mainly drink it straight up. I'm out of scotch, though, which is why I'm drinking rum today. 56 minutes into the program, and I think this is my second sip. Bristol says, my computer crashed. Did you play my video? I remember you mentioning your video, but I don't... Did you send me a link or something? Video 3 minutes long. I don't see a link to your video, so I don't know where to watch your video. While your computer crashed, I did talk a lot about fans, though, and radios and all of that. But I don't see a link to your video. Grim Fandango says Ben Bex. That would be a good game for the channel. But no, that's not the game I was talking about. Taz says there's some great info about the Mothman Museum on the Travel Channel. Show mysteries of the museum in season 3 or 4. There's a real Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant? Really? Sweet. I'm going to have to check that out. Tyler Hawkins says, I tried Glenfiddich 12 year for the first time and it was great. That sounds good to me. Jay Bristol says, I only have one video on YouTube and it's that one. Well, I don't know what your YouTube channel is. I'm clicking on your name and I don't see a link. Oh, wait, here it is. I'm still trying to figure out how YouTube works. Another day in the Commonwealth. Well, it's really loud. So my computer has an ultra widescreen aspect ratio. The computer that I'm streaming on right now. So I can't share my desktop. Oh, I see it. That's very close. So this goes back to what I was talking about, though. That's very close to the Fallout 4 fan, but it has a scooped... Oh, it's a great-looking fan. A Zero, yeah. The Zero is really close to the Fallout 4 fan, but the Zero fans have a scooped shape blade, whereas the Fallout 4 fan has a really narrow paddle-shaped blade. So it's close, but no cigar. But that's a gorgeous looking machine. I love the little articulating arm as it spins. That was your grandfather's fan? That's a great little number. Oh, I love how you have the pre-war Earth or pre-war American flag back there. All right. My brother said he saw you at the store. Is he telling the truth? I don't know. I sometimes go to stores. I have no memory of meeting your brother because I don't know who he is. All right, let's get to the game. Turn off the music. There, now you can hear my game. All right, let's move this over. Nathan Walker says the Fallout radio is modeled after the Zenith 5S319. Zenith 5S319. Ooh! You genius! It's got the little tabs at the bottom. How did you know that? It's got everything. It's got the dials. It's got the little piano key things at the bottom, or accordion keys. You're right. That's the Fallout radio. The Zenith 5S319 from 1939. That's it. Now, how can I find one? It's probably going to be like $500 or something. Finding one that isn't in pieces, that's going to be the tricky bit. Oh, I'm reading a forum where they're talking about how some of them were filled with asbestos. Yeah, that's the problem when finding vintage antiques. You never know where they were kept. Are they filled with asbestos? Hey, there's a lot of wonderful videos. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. We got to play the game. Sorry, I'm getting all caught up on radios. Man, if I wasn't a content creator for game narration, I would totally be one of those guys who just, makes props. I'm not really a good artist. But if I could find something that was already made, restoring it would be a lot of fun. Like I could find a fan and, sandblast it and paint it and put some, mechanics in it to make it spin. I think that would be a lot of fun. I could do a channel about that. That'd be great. Yeah, that's it. Well done, Nathaniel Walker. He found the radio. All right, let's get to the game. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of time. Here we go. Luke Pilkington says, we have found his white whale. Indeed you have. Okay. There. Am I far enough away? Let's put that there. I think I'm centered in the camera. I might have to adjust that in a minute. But let's continue with where we picked up. Or let's pick up where we left off, so to speak. Ever Stimpson says, Metro when? Tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. Charles says there are two on eBay. One is 400 and the other is 925. They're not cheap. Holy cow. Well then, don't expect them to join my collection anytime soon. That's a bit much. Okay, why is this not loading? This seems like it's taking a really long time to load this game save. There we go. About time. Now, where was I? What did I have to do?
Moscovich. It's remarkable to see you here standing in front of me. It's just astonishing. Detention and public execution were the most well-guarded events in television history. They're protected by the full might of the Nazi war machine. And still, you're standing here in front of me. You know why? The only reason you are standing here is Anya. She never gave up. No, this girl never gave up. When Grace's plan to rescue you failed, Anya remembered what I accomplished with Shoshana, asked me whether I can do the same thing for you. She was the one who brought into my attention the super soldier, biologically engineered bodies. She even reclaimed all of the weapons you lost at the ruins of the farmhouse. She is relentless, this girl. She's a keeper.
Oh, yeah. All right, hold on 1 second.
Ingele, have you had a chance to speak to Grace? I think she needs your assistance with something violence-related.
Bristol says, you'll have to leave a comment on my video. Also, the fans in Fallout 4 spin so slowly, I always assumed they spun from the wind. Possible, but they sometimes spin even when indoors. Okay, now what are we doing? Deactivate trap. Hey! Sweet! Weapon upgrade. What do I want to put it in? My combat shotgun? Yeah. Oh, that is deadly. Oh, star card. Well, I'm glad I went through here. Wow, my aim is off. I'm running low on ammunition. Whoops, what was that? Health packs? On a training sim? Alright. Alright, well that took a long time. I wonder if I'll get rewards for doing it early, but I'm not going to activate the shooting range right now. Let's see, what are my objectives? Missions. Talk to Grace. Okay, so south. Bristol says, I'll leave a comment on the stream's replay linking to it. Also, I'm having some trouble with research for my Helios fanfic, so I'm going to consult the lore master. How long was the Brotherhood of Steel engaged there? At Helios 1? Well, I don't know exactly, but I don't believe for very long. I recall from the conflict at Sierra Madre.
Blazkowicz! Oh, Blazkowicz! I saw what she did to you on the television broadcast. Oh, it was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry 1,000 times. But now I really have to pee. I'm so happy to see you alive again.
Might want to light a match or something.
Oh, my God. Das stinkt.
Oh, she's a character. You're just proud of that, aren't you? I believe that the Brotherhood of Steel weren't there for very long. I remember that Father Elijah was more concerned with getting the technology so that, he could use it for his personal ambitions.
Should go see if Grace has a job for me. Put this new body to good use.
Okay, hold on a second. Where are we? Gotta find Grace. Are we close to Grace? Yeah, I need to turn left and then down.
Is it true what they say, Connie? We are on way to New Orleans?
Yep.
What is it that we are doing in New Orleans?
Don't know. Some shit.
I listened to Grace speak, but she speaks too fast for me. There is resistant fighters in New Orleans?
About right.
Okay. Maybe they will help us fight the Nazis. Would that not be great?
Word.
You do not speak a lot, Connie. Do you know?
I know.
What happened to you when the bomb hit New York?
You don't want to hear it.
You can tell me, Connie.
Nothing to tell.
No? I think you haven't told your story to anyone. Maybe it will help you feel better to talk about it. Papa, he told me it's not good to keep feelings inside. The sad feelings, they need to come out into the open, and then you see they're not so big and scary after all.
All right. Air raid sirens. We're ringing. Taking shelter in subway. Ceiling caved in when bomb hit. Woke up. Smoke, fire, all around. Dead bodies, arms and legs. Blind people staggering, screams and crying. Air smelling of burnt hair. Dad's face melted off from the bones. Mom is on fire, trying to stand up on broken feet. My little brother crushed under a concrete block. Blood pooling on the railway tracks. Then, quiet.
Åh, fy fan vilket helvete. I'm so very sorry, Connie. Does it feel better to talk about it?
No.
Oh, okay.
There, don't you feel
I
better?
will stop disturbing you then.
Later.
Yeah, just quiet, please. Talking about your father's face is melted off and your mother's broken legs and your brother crushed under cinder block. Don't you feel better just getting that out in the open? Wow. Okay,
Have you time to help out? Perkele saatana.
what the heck?
Vittu, Captain. I need some help.
Hey! He's back! Whoa, man! Oh, space fish swam out of his fishbowl! Oh, you look good, Blazkowicz! You look strong, you know? Stronger than you ever did, man. Keep on swimming, space fish. Ah! Ah, get off of me! Get off of me!
Wyatt, you're putting the scare on me, man.
Oh, sorry, man. Oh, I just had this vision.
What do you mean, vision?
Ah, there's this pile of bodies stacked up outside our house, and I crawled out the window onto the pile, and I burrowed down to the bottom where these magical rats lived, and they squeaked in my ear this most terrible, wonderful secret. This world is a lie, man. This world is a lie.
No. This is not a good vision. Your head is in a bad place.
I'm okay, Mombate. I'm all right. It's just, I'm tired because of this constant, ringing in my ear.
No, take a break. Get some sleep.
I'm all right. Just
Get some sleep.
Bombate has spoken.
okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Grace? You okay? That's right, her husband died trying to save me. Oh, this conversation is not going to be fun.
Hey.
Good to see you, Grace.
Shit. Blazkowicz, you are one tough motherfucker, you know that?
What's all this?
All the special shit from Roswell. He brought everything back from Mission Control and dumped it here. Never had time to unpack it.
He was a good man. I saw it go down. There's nothing I could do.
What did he say?
When?
What were his last words? I need to know.
Oh,
He said,
Make something up
It was
wonderful.
space aliens, man.
Motherfucker.
Oh, Ingo, how is everything functioning? Hi, Grace.
This one of yours?
What's this? Well, where did you get this?
Special had it back in Roswell. Said he found it at the crash site in 47.
It looks like no, it can't be it. But it. Oh, gotten you.
Say,
Gotten you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, set.
It's happening, Grace. It's a full-on assault. Have them run the engines as hot as they can. Full fucking throttle, sister.
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell them.
That's the assault. What, did they find us?
We're on a course for the New Orleans ghetto. Come on in, Blazkowicz, have a seat. Now, that ghetto is home to one of the last remaining resistance groups in America, led by a man named Horton. Now, after the war, the Nazis put up all these walls around the city. And then, they gathered up all the undesirables, and they dumped them there, so that Horton and his comrades and all these people are just stuck there, languishing in the worst conditions imaginable. And then, after the event of late, the Nazis, they just dialed up the pressure. Death squads storming the cities, killing everyone in sight. God damn it, they're gonna purge that whole city till there's no one left.
we gotta do something.
Right on. So now this new body of yours, is it ready for some Nazi killing?
More ready than ever. Feel unstoppable. It's a fucking freight train.
You are a fucking freight train. Now, before we arrive in New Orleans, we need to make a quick detour into Manhattan. So you'll want to read the mission brief, activate the war map out there, and pull up the info screen for the Manhattan district.
Got it.
On Blazkowicz, one good thing did come out of all of this mess.
Yeah, what's that?
Your execution is all over the news. Nazis think you're dead, baby. They ain't never gonna see you coming.
She's great, all right? Can we... Oh, she's not the one crying.
A long way we have come, Fishman. Slowly the people are waking up.
Who's crying?
And payback is coming for the Nazis. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes,
my
Bombate.
friend.
It is, friend. Payback for the Nazis. Let's get him. Who's crying? Nope. Who's crying?
You look good, Blazkowicz.
Captain, have you time to help out? Birgele Satana.
What? Yes,
Captain, I need some help.
Sure.
Kiitos, Captain Blazkowicz. Stay on the platform.
Oh, okay. It's like a side quest? What was it she said to me? Alright.
Grace told me to organize the storage bay by the moon pool. It's been in shambles since the
Bristol
Ausmerzer attack.
says this woman's
But I
eyes are about to
don't
fall
think
right out of her
entrances
skull.
are blocked
Grace
by
does
big
have rather
wall.
bulging
Can't even
eyes,
get in
doesn't
there.
she?
Come with me and clear the entrances. I really don't want to let Grace down.
Alright,
This
lady.
whole day has been from us. I know you have extra sisu from your ramshackle contraption, so hopefully you can find a way to ram through the debris.
Alright, I need to ram through debris, ramshackle something or other. What's this, a mini sub? What am I doing? Water? Ooh. Well, this is dark. How's that?
You can do it, Captain.
You can do it. All right, I did it. Pain train coming through.
You can do it, Captain Sisu.
Captain Sisu? What? Is this a life aquatic? Oh, I can't go through that? Oh, I can't go through these. Right.
Ihana, Captain Blaskovici. Now I just have to figure out how to get this place organized. Thank you. Thank you for your help, Captain. I wonder if Grace will let me build a sauna in here.
Oh, a sauna. All of this for a sauna. Well, you're welcome. A sauna is exactly what this ship needs. All right. Now we made it out. Let's see if we can go find that... Ooh, contraption upgrade. Unlocked the ramshackles upgrade. Contraption? Ramshackles. Perform a super tackle. Ram balk. Tackle through certain walls, obstacles, and enemies. Sturdy, no more falling to ground from blast waves. Cannon arm. Throw hatchets and grenades with extreme velocity. Okay. Contraption upgrade. Am I supposed to use it like a weapon upgrade? Huh. Right. Back up. All right, let's try once more to find this crying person. Do you hear crying? Oh. Right. That was bad. Just pretend that didn't happen. What?
Ihana, Captain Blaskovici. Now I just have to figure out how to get this place organized.
So that totally didn't happen. I just skipped back again. It was like a continuum warp or something. You got the mechanic upgrade. I did, so I don't have to activate it or attach it or anything. Okay. Who was crying? The big one? Was that because she had to go to the restroom in a stinky place or something? Still in the bathroom? Where was that bathroom? Why is she crying in the bathroom? Oh, because her mother killed me. Or tried to kill me. Okay. Alright, we came by here. They had
Hello
a really...
to you.
Hello to you.
I can't believe that you are still alive, Captain. Your head came off on the television, blood everywhere. Oj, 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 fy fan alltså.
Oh, han svensk.
Sometimes I think about how it is like back in Sweden.
Ja, Sverige.
Will I ever get to see the skärgård again?
No idea what the skärgård is. My Swedish is inte bra. Min svenska inte bra. Också. Den har brun hår. Yeah, that's about as good as my Swedish is. She's a cheery little one, isn't she? All right, well, I don't know where this bathroom is. I don't think we can find the crying person. But I'm not worried. Okay, we need to, let's see. I always get lost on this ship. Bear with me. Select Manhattan on the war map. Oh, that's right. Let's go back to the helm. All right.
A long way we have come, Fishman.
Wait a minute.
Slowly the people are waking up. And payback is coming for the Nazis. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my friend.
Why does it sound like it's coming from Grace's room? It's coming from right here. Where is this crying coming from? Ah. Was Elder Elijah's character inspired by the novel Father Elijah and Apocalypse, or is it just a huge coincidence? You would know better than I.
Blazkowicz, take a look at the war map. Read the mission brief for the Manhattan District.
I'm sorry, you've got a ghost. You've got a ghost, Grace. What the heck? Is it coming from the pipes? It's coming from Grace's room.
Hey, all the details for your next mission are in the mission brief.
Shut up, I'm hunting ghosts.
Check out the war map.
I can't do this anymore. Let's just keep going. It's supposed to be Grace. I think it's a glitch. I think it was Grace. I think it was supposed to be Grace crying, and then we open the door, and she sniffles up her tears and gives us the mission, but it's a bug. Can you go up? Yeah, I went up already. We already explored there. It's weird. That's just creeping me out. All right, let's go to Manhattan. Here we go. Enter to select location. Nope. Oh, I see. So we're on the Evas Hummer. There we go, Manhattan. Pilot course for Manhattan? I can't select no. So that's yes. Okay. We're going to New York. In my graffiti helicopter. So because he's a cyborg now, does he need air ventilation? Because I
Move
thought.
fast, Blazkowicz. Radiation level is high down there.
Okay, well that answers the question. Okay. Tutorials, ramshackles, left shift to sprint, commander, a Nazi commander. I already know that. Takedown. I already know that. Hatchet throwing, diesel craft work, and the laser. Okay, I already know all of those. Why are they trying to tell me that? I wish I could turn on my light. I keep on thinking this is Metro Exodus, and I can just press F and my flashlight goes on. So no, let's. Gotta make it quick. We are in radiation land here. Oh, that's right. I've got Pain Train now. I should stop being so stealthy. I can just plow right into people. Cool.
Blazkowicz, find a way inside the nuclear bunker before the radiation levels, kill you.
Working on it, but I got Nazis to kill. Oh, I didn't get to explore up there. Can I super jump? No, I can't get back up. I was too excited about pain training these Nazis. Can I get in there? No. Can I get in there? No. Oh, and I no longer have my big stomp, do I? Oh, I do. How do I still have my stomp? I'm no longer in that Yaj Kishud suit or whatever it's called. So how do I still have my war stomp? That's weird. All right, I wish I could find a hazmat suit or Rad X and Rad away. I guess I can't. Ah! I was having too much fun. Okay, I can't use it all the time. All right, I can't just depend on Pain Train like I can in Fallout 76. I gotta be a little stealthy. All right, fine.
Move fast, Blazkowicz. Radiation level is high down there.
Bristol says, after you finish with the Wolfenstein series, will you stream New California? P.S. As terrible as the Nazis were, you can't deny they had good sense of fashion with the sleek uniforms. I probably won't be streaming New California. There are a lot of other games that I really want to stream. I need to get through BioShock. I think I'll probably do BioShock. It's high up on the list of games I need to stream. I do want to do New California someday, but it's not a priority. As for the sleekness of the Nazis' uniforms, sure, they had fine style, I guess. I mean, there's a reason that if you want to make an evil fascist bad guy in your movie or video game, you dress them up like the Nazis. I mean, it's no secret that Bethesda used inspiration of Nazi uniforms to come up with some of the Brotherhood of Steel outfits from Fallout 4. If you want to make a villain...
Blazkowicz, find a way inside the nuclear bunker before the radiation levels, kill you.
If you want to make a villain, you become inspired by Nazis and Rome. Well, those are the two people that inspire you. Hey. Taking rads. Man, I just want to sing Uranium Fever. Thank you very much for the tip, rookie. Looks like I'm out of silenced pistol ammunition. We're gonna have to... Ooh, look at this. Oh. Out of AP. There we go. Hold on, gotta find lore. Bristol says the Enclave officer uniforms were modeled after the uniforms from SW, which were in turn based off of the Nazi dress uniforms. Well, Star Wars also was inspired by Nazi uniforms for the Empire as well. That's just what you do. You want to make bad guys, you dress them up like the Nazis. No lore, but I got lots of health packs, so we're good. All right, down we go.
The Nazis keep the stolen intel inside their command center. You gotta find your way in there.
Everyone's singing it now. Rookie says, uranium fever has gone and brought me down. With a Geiger counter in my hand, I'm gonna go and stake that government land. Thank you, Sentry. Oh, all right. Remove my wrath. Feeling better. All right, do I have any ammunition? No. Sniper rifle it is. Maxed out. Okay, I'm doing okay. Why did I tell myself to run?
Who's next?
Did I tell the cyborg to run? Because what? I now have an affinity to him? I just didn't want to kill him? Oh, an android, just like me. Run, my friend. Super beer. Is this a movie poster? I think I like that. Wish I could read them. J. Bristol says, the Mark II or the Mark I Enclave power armor, which do you find more intimidating? I don't really know enough about it. To be perfectly honest, I don't remember much from my first playthrough of Fallout 3 all those years ago, and I haven't gotten far enough. Well, actually, I just got far enough along in the story that I'm fighting the Enclave. Well, while I'm doing the full story of Fallout 3, I just finished the Waters of Life in my own gameplay, and I'll be working on that series soon. So, what have we here? Is it just a hidey hole? Ooh, no, look at that. We got a way up. And a weapon upgrade kit. Okay. Let's see. Don't need shock hammer. I've upgraded it. My pistol. Oh, I could upgrade it. Where's my sniper rifle? I already upgraded it. I've got my scope. Well, let's go with the pistol. Let's do the extended magazine for now. Up we go. Up we go. Where's my rum? There it is. Tell me I've got ammo for my silencer. 5 rounds. Oh. Iron Universe says, big iron on his hip. Isn't it a great song? Oh, and I'm back up here? Wait a minute. Okay, I guess that's if you do stealth. Which I didn't do. I just ran through. Okay, where am I going? Down here, I'm assuming? Or am I doing a big loop? I'm doing a big loop, aren't I? Okay. Staircase down. Alarm, 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 alarm. Ooh, I need to go up here? Is that where I need to go? Yeah. Actually, hold on. Downstairs. Ooh, here we go. Yep, that's what I need to do. Go up. Wait, I feel like I'm exploring a lower level to the same place. Ox fan says, Ox, I recently bought the plasma rifle. It's about 24 inches long and 10 inches tall. Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be too tall for my display. I may have to put it on the wall or on top. Man, I don't even know. Looks like there's lore or something up here that I missed. Is it above me? Hey! Hey, look at that. Meet the dapper young KKK leader with a message of hope. Oh. 21st of June, 1961, Washington. Preston Cooper was one of the first enlightened Americans to understand that the German liberation was the beginning of a new dawn for the American territories. For a long time, the American people had been oppressed by the tyranny of capitalism, and many could not see the influence of degenerates and Jews. Oh, and many could not see the influence of degenerates and Jews who were pulling the strings behind the curtain, of course. With a message of hope and love, the KKK had tried to inform the public about the dangers of betraying your race. Holy cow. I'm white and I'm proud of my race, said Herr Cooper to our reporter in a rare interview conducted last week during a cup of coffee at a lovely German cafe in Boston. Oh, this game breaks my heart. Boston? No. It's the cradle of American civilization. If you're a true American patriot, you understand that the Fuhrer and the Germans are the only way forward for this country. So that's why we find the KKK roaming the streets, eh? They were the first ones to become enlightened. All right, looks like I need to go this way. Hey, Ox, you have lore in your inventory that you forgot to read. Is that true? No, it's just a tutorial. Hello. Yep. Is that going to open up? Can I go in there? Nope. Okay. Okay, we got an officer. Gotta take out this officer. $24, and it's not 25, so it's like way over there. That's where the officer is. Well, let's see. Hello. Ha! Okay, well, so much for stealth. I've got the big gun. Who needs stealth when you've got a heavy weapon? Can I override the blast door? Okay. Hey, what is this? Did I just get a new toy? All right, I'll take it for a spin. Oh! It's like the bloody mess perk. Oh, no. There. This thing is great. Okay, I need to get up there. So, find a ladder or staircase. I'm only going to get up to that other side. I wish I had a light. It's really dark down here. CK says, slow, so much for stealth, yeah. Hello. Got the officer. He just came out to say hi. And I don't think I need this anymore. Ah! Jiminy crickets! Run away! Run away! Run away! Oh, stopped him dead in his tracks. Ah, I dropped my big heavy gun right when that guy attacked. That was not a wise move. Okay, I was going to go down and get that Enigma code piece. Let's see if I can do it without... What's this? Carla's postcard, 12th of June, 1961, Albert. I have been here for a month now, and I can with confidence say that Providence is indeed a very strange city. The recent crime wave that has been plaguing the area makes it unsafe to tread the streets at night. During my many interviews with the people living here, I've overheard whisperings of mutated and feral inhabitants, perhaps poisoned by the radioactive fallout from New York. I'm staying in a rundown cheap motel for now. The owner barely speaks, just looks at me with eyes that seem almost devoid of life. I found my ancestor Johann Kerwin's old house in the city outskirts. People shun it, telling me that it's cursed, saying I should avoid it by any means. Well, that is something I have no intention of. I have decided that I shall organize a trip to the old mansion first thing tomorrow. I hope I shall find something. Carla Dietrich Waltz. Bristol says, the look of my 1958 Zero desk fan is only half the charm. The other half is the noise it creates, which you didn't hear because you had it muted. Thing sounds like a prop job aircraft at full speed. I look forward to listening to it. Thank you, Bristol. Okay. I think I'm going the wrong way. Nope, I missed something down here. Yeah. Where is it? It says there's something to loot right here. There. Oh, Klaus's letter, beloved sister. The Americans are on their knees. They maintain a brave face, but their eyes betray them. They know their way of life is coming to an end. Some resist, fight. They claw at everything around them in desperation. Yet utter ruination is the only thing they have to look forward to. It's a good time to be alive, sister. Father would be proud. Kiss your children from me. I promise to visit for Christmas. Klaus. There's no postage stamp on the letter, so he hadn't a chance to post it yet. Okay, so. Up. Not down. navigating this game is very frustrating. Because I think I've been here before. Nope, all this health. Okay, so I haven't been here before.
Ist langweilig. Mein Onkel Erhard war vor dem Krieg geschäftlich hier und meinte, New York wäre die Stadt, die niemals schläft.
In Manhattan war vor der Zeit als atomare Einöde bestimmt mehr los.
Wenn Onkel Erhard zu Weihnachten einen Sitzen hatte, trug er immer einen Papierkorb als Zylinder und führte mit mir und meinen Cousins Broadway-Tanznummern auf. War ein Heidenspaß, bis Oma sie stoppte.
Bei uns lasen wir religiöse Texte und waren in besinnlicher Stimmung.
Kein Singen und Tanzen?
Traditionen sind heilig, so wie die Pflicht gegenüber dem Vaterland.
Ein bisschen Musik würde die Moral hier unten anheben. Knieske hat ein Radio gefunden, kriegt aber wegen der Bleibände kein Signal.
Sie haben uns neulich Terrorbillis Hinrichtung gezeigt. Das war lustig.
Ja, war aber nach einer Sekunde schon vorbei.
Sagt deine Frau auch immer.
Hey.
Above me or below me? It sounds like they're below me, but I've been here. Yeah, look at the carnage. Yeah, that's where I came from. All right. Bristol says, I just looked at the screenshot of the Wakemaster alarm clock in the game and am confused. No hands at all. How are you supposed to read it? Great question. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that I need a big gun for this. What was that? Okay, hey! Glad I didn't get too close to that. Ha! Right! Oh, hello. Ah! Spaghetti says, I hope you're having a good night and that you're having fun playing Wolfenstein. I am both. Great night, wonderful game. Okay, we got 2 more officers. Holy cow. Find the New Orleans dossier. Okay, I'm inside the command center. Let's see if I can't find that New Orleans dossier somewhere in here. All right, so that's my new objective, and I've got 2 officers, 116. Okay, so I think they're probably below me. Classified documents. Arrows pointing up. Star card.
Was?
I got him in the legs. Ha! One hit kill, and I got him in the legs. 11 meters away. Okay, so they're over there. I keep moving this way, and I get farther away from them. Dang it! Weapon upgrade! Let's go ahead and do my pistol, even though I know that I'm always out of ammunition for that doggone thing. Ah! Okay, document. Is that it? Commandant Ochtberger's e-post. To Commandant Leo Hummel, the 22nd of July, 1961. Are they crazy? I agree, Hummel. We are still finding corpses in the underground to dispose of. Radiation levels are nowhere near nominal levels. I waded through toxic sludge yesterday. Manhattan is nowhere near ready to be reconstructed. At least give us some realistic goals, for God's sake. Arctiberg. Oberkommand Klinger's note. Location, the Oberkommando. Present, Klinger, Wescher, Hoffman, and Messer. 1. What's the goal? Oberkommando wants to rebuild New York to a glorious Reich city, a capital on the eastern coast of the American territories. Should be the pinnacle of German technology and craftsmanship. What needs to be done? Clean up toxic waste, complete removal of radioactivity within the greater area of New York, purge all terrorist threats from the area, construct new buildings from Uber concrete. City should have the tallest building in the world. Research more Da'at Yakud technology to do this. Advertise, remove the stigma of a city of a million ghosts nonsense. Contact all media channels for positive articles. Possible time frame, spring of 1967 for complete restoration. Check time frame with boss. That seems, well, impressive. We'll need forced labor support to make this deadline. Disposable slave workforce can handle the removal of toxic waste. Anything else? Possible slogans, the City of Hope, the Big Apple Strudel? Really? Everyone laughed when Hoffman suggested this. It's a joke. Meeting adjourned, 10:30 a.m., signed the Oberkommand Klaus Klinger. The Big Apple Strudel. Oh, man. So they were both hanging out back there. Wow. Well, I can try stealth again. Seems to be a common theme on this channel. Every few minutes I get to try stealth again, just after messing it up for myself. Ooh. Goodies in this room. Der Besttreffer, the bomb that created peace. 21st of July, 1961, Berlin. A monument honoring Der Besttreffer was unveiled yesterday morning at a ceremony in Washington where General Irene Engel held a magnificent televised speech for the people of American territories. Der Besttreffer was the atomic bomb which destroyed Manhattan and, as a consequence, which was carefully planned by our beloved Führer, brought peace to the world. Everyone understood in that moment what German engineering is capable of. It was the ultimate proof that the Aryans are the supreme race of the world and should forever be the custodians of Earth and the universe. The only way to peace is through war, our beloved Führer said in the historic speech he delivered after the complete surrender of the USA. As we look towards the stars, remember that strength is love. Ugh. And a united people is the strongest force there ever was. With love and strength, we will conquer the universe. Doesn't sound like a Hitler speech to me, if I'm perfectly honest. Jurgen's postcard. How is life in Manhattan? Have you grown a new pair of arms yet? Jokes aside, you must come to the West Territories. I think you will love it here. So many opportunities for you to start a whole new life. And forget about Caroline. I bought this postcard on my way to Los Angeles. I work here now that the media tower guarding the production of the Jimmy Carver show. Maybe you've heard of this? If I can get a transfer, me and Magda are planning on buying a ranch. Maybe some cows, like in the old silent movies. We have to send Albert's papers first to the Ministry of Health, too. Only couples with healthy babies are allowed to buy ranches. They need to make sure he is not abnormal. The boy is growing so fast, I can't believe it. Feels like yesterday Magda bought him new clothes, and now they don't fit him anymore. But he is so cute. Miss you, old friend, Jurgen. So they're going to test their son to make sure that he's not, quote, abnormal. And what happens if he is? Are they not going to love him anymore? Don't want to get demonetized. There it is.
New Orleans dossier Grace wanted. Guess that's my cue.
Uh-oh. Stealth time over. And of course they come up behind me. Of course. Because that makes sense. There was one more. Where are ya? I could have sworn there was one more.
You Nazis born in a barn? You're letting the radiation in.
Uh-oh.
Achtung! Nördliche Dekontaminationskammer beschädigt. An alle Mitarbeiter legen Sie umgehend Ihr Atemgerät an. Ich wiederhole, nördliche Dekontaminationskammer beschädigt. An alle Mitarbeiter legen Sie umgehend Ihre Atemgeräte an.
Uh-oh. Oh, I get it now. Okay. Can I go up? I can't go up. Oh, I'm gonna die. How am I supposed to get out of here? Ox, you're taking reds. Yeah, if only I had figured that out a moment ago. I'm gonna die. I'm done.
Guess that's my cue.
Right. Which way out? Back the way I came? Yes. South.
You Nazis born in a barn? You're letting the radiation in.
Achtung! Nördliche Dekontaminationskammer beschädigt. An alle Mitarbeiter.
Blazkowicz, I'm ready to pick you up. Just get to higher ground and signal your location.
Right, I'm gonna get a bigger gun first. There we go. All right, I'm ready. You can pick me up. I'll just stand here in the open.
Yes, Blazkowicz. I see you. Approaching now.
All right.
Come on!
Ah. Combate!
We make a good team, you and I.
Oh, shit.
Bombate, you all right?
Hey, you alive?
Not so good, friend.
All right. Gonna be okay?
Yeah. Been through worse. Just need to rest.
All right. Hey, Seth, check it out. Got some smoking fresh Nazi battle robots for you. Big opportunity for some very important scientific research and so forth.
Set.
Hey!
Yes? Oh! Shoshana, look who's here, Mr. Shimshon Blaskovich. What have you done to me, Ingela? What have you done? I've been so absorbed with this artifact you brought into my attention. Absorbed and angry. You see, the Das Yichud engineers that made it called it the God Key, a term that only a complete and utter schmuck would accept it at face value, because first, it's not a key. I mean, I don't see a key here. More important, its actual purpose. I don't know what its actual purpose is! Makes me very angry.
I love it when he's angry.
All right.
Give Grace the New Orleans dossier. All right, I think I can do that.
My terminal working again.
Noticed. What's it for? Just sits there in the helm asking for Enigma codes. What the fuck is an Enigma code?
Nazi commanders carry them. Top secret encrypted information. That is what Signorina Sigrun say.
I don't trust that Nazi girl, brother.
Va bene, but if she's right, that terminal could help us locate top Nazi commanders. We've never been able to do that before.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The girl is Frau Engel's own damn daughter.
I know say I like her, but the information could be useful.
Should check out this Enigma machine everyone's so jazzed up about.
All right, I got a bonus for
Hello, Mr. Blazkowicz.
listening to that conversation. Sweet. Well, let's see if there's going to be an Enigma.
I speak to you, please, Mr. Blazkowicz?
Sure, always happy to talk. What's up?
As writer, I have habit of observing people. I have observed our friend, Max. I see big sadness inside of him. Whatever we can do to help him is good. I know Max has love of toys. Maybe you keep eye open for toys when you're out fighting Nazis? Please, do this for Max, Mr. Blazkowicz.
Of course, while I'm killing Nazis and getting Enigma codes and trying to save America, I'll keep an eye out for toys. For good old Max. I wonder if Set could make him a really cool toy. Hacker Central. No, I'm looking for upstairs. Set's lab. No. Yeah. Oh, frame rate drops. Oh.
Hey, Gabriella. Propaganda broadcast. Did you trace the signal?
Yes, the signal operators traced it to a transmission station in Florida. Said say they're adding images into television broadcasts that are so short, you don't know you have seen them.
Oh.
He say they affect the mind subconsciously.
Subconsciously.
Yes, that's what I say. Images burn into mind make you think what they want you to think. Brainwashing.
Jeez, we really ought to destroy that station, don't you think?
I spoke with Grace. She says we will plan mission after the New Orleans operation. I want to go now, but she say, calm down, Sister Gabriela. I say, I want to shoot Nazis.
You'll get to shoot plenty of Nazis soon enough, sweetheart.
Dios mío, I hope so.
So the Nazis are doing
Captain
what?
Blazkowicz.
Widespread propaganda using quick snippets of pictures
Hola.
on the TV? Sounds like a Columbo episode. What's this? Sigrun's diary. Oh, should I be reading this? This is bad to read her diary. June 1956, dear diary. I've been crying all night. Mother embarrassed me terribly today, and only 2 days from my 15th birthday. There was a ceremony for the league. I was standing in line with the rest of the girls. Mother was standing next to me like everyone else's mother. This may sound very silly, dear diary, but I had no idea there was a celebrity visiting the ceremony. Then I saw this little man, a very, very small and slouching man, at the end of the line shaking hands with the girl of the league, and I saw that he was coming towards Mother and me. Mother looked at me and whispered, Sigrun, suck in your cheeks like this. And then she made a stupid face and sucked her cheeks in. Dear diary, she looked awfully silly indeed. And I said, why, Mother? Because you are obese. Suck them in. I know how she gets when I disobey her, calling me names, commenting on my weight, which I'm honestly struggling with every day. So I tried very, very hard to do what she said. I don't think it was working very well. Anyway, the tiny man shaking hands stopped in front of me, looked straight into my eyes, and I looked up and looked into the squinting, strange eyes, and I realized I was standing before the Fuhrer himself. At first, I was mortified. I just looked at him like an idiot. Then I felt my mother kicking my leg very hard, so I threw up my arm in a salute and shouted, Heil Hitler, as loud as I could. And he gave me a strange smile and casually saluted me back. It made me relax a bit, and then he said, a little plump around the cheeks, are we? I thought I was going to start crying. Then he walked over to Mother, who was looking like she was going to strangle a goose. I've seen that look many, many times. Heil Hitler, Mother said, repeating the procedure. The Fuhrer said, you have a beautiful daughter, Obersturmbannführer Engel. But remember, an unhealthy body is a sign of a weak mind. I suggest you send her to a weight loss clinic before her health degenerates further, or something like that. And Mother said, yes, mein Führer, it's just a teenage phase. Yes, yes, he said, immediately losing interest in me and Mother, and continued down the line of girls. Mother looked at me. I tried to suck my cheeks in, but now I started crying quietly. So she slapped me, a quick, sharp slap right across the face. I started bleeding from the nose. Anyway, that was my day. I think I will listen to some music now before I go to sleep. Sigrun has drawn a great number of hearts and eyes with tears pouring out of them at the end of the journal entry. So she's been traumatized as a young girl, growing up with Nazis and a horribly abusive mother, and it's almost as if her mind is still back there, listening to the music and getting emotional over it and kind of being silly and not taking everything around her as seriously as she should. Oh, hello. Grace's Enigma machine note. Blazkowicz, our sisters intercepted radio traffic from Uber Command Klaus Klinger, one of the mother lovers, leading the Nazi military presence in America. Apparently, General Engel sent him to clean up your mess in the Manhattan bunker. Killing him, or any Uber commander for that matter, would contribute to the destabilization of the Nazi occupation and assist the coming revolution. This Enigma machine is full of encrypted Uber Commander profiles. We already have the location of Uber Commander Klinger, but try using your Enigma codes to decipher where the others are stationed. If you find and kill an Uber Commander, bring back his death card so we can scratch that bad guy off the list. Grace. All right, what have we got here? Press J to view tutorial. Oh, wow. Okay, We have to decipher codes. Use the Enigma machine to locate an Uber commander. Select an Uber commander profile and decipher it using the collected Enigma codes by matching the Enigma code with the 2 code wheels. When an Uber commander's location is revealed, you can use the war map to plot a course there to assassinate him. Killing Uber commandos helps resistance take back occupied U.S. territories. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, so Klinger, Manhattan Bunker. I lose Enigma codes by not deciphering it right? Oh, great. I got it right there at the end. Oh, for Pete's sake. Assassination. You have located an Uber commander through the Enigma machine. The district where Uber commander is located is now unlocked on the war map. You can use the war map to view the Uber commando district and to plot a course to assassinate him. Okay, well, I figured it out. But how do I plot a course to him now? Oh, he's also in Manhattan. How do I get to him, though? Shall we try another? All right, once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. Use the war machine in the center of the helm. I see. To plot a course. Hey, that's a fun little side quest.
Oh, William, I wish we could spend some time alone, but we're so close to New Orleans. I just hope it's not too late. The reports are very worrying. Nazis relentlessly slaughtering everyone, burning everything. These poor, poor people.
Let's see if we can go to one location before we end. Oh. I hope I don't have to go through that animation each time, because that's really long. Oh, this will be fun. Kill Klaus Klinger. Intel from the Enigma machine has revealed that Uber Commander Klaus Klinger has been put in charge of the bunker underneath Manhattan. Kill Klaus.
Blazkowicz, your target, Uber Commander Klaus Klinger, is somewhere inside the bunker. Get down there and erase that motherfucker. Grace out.
This all looks very familiar to me. So it's basically being able to replay levels that I've already done, right? And I'm back here? Okay. It's another mission at the same location, not the same mission. Often you start at the end and work towards the beginning. Ah. I always get this gun after I need it. Oh, stealth part. Guillermo says, Ox, I really enjoy Scotch and smoke rings. It's something I look forward to every week. And also a time to relax after a hard week of work with a cup of coffee or something stronger. Thank you. You're indeed welcome. And thank you for coming. If I remember this correctly, there's a path up here to the right. Where is he? Hey, Luke with a $35 tip. Thank you. Very kind. And then that's where I came from. Oh, great. So he's right above me. Okay, how do I get up? Here we go. Got him. Now to exit the level, right? Oh, I hate these big labyrinths. The constrictor component should be there too, Ox. Constrictor component. Well, let's see. I mean, I feel like I'm going back towards where I was. Oh, here we go. Is this new? I hear them talking about doggies. Well, note to self, don't go back to Manhattan. This level is just annoying. And now I'm going away from the signal. What the heck? Okay, I have walked everywhere I can go. I've killed every Nazi I've seen. Here we go. No, that just got me the gun. Bottom floor. Okay, I'm gonna follow the signal. This is what I did before. I was here. Yeah, following the signal. It's right above me or below me, but not here. Open your map. Yeah, I mean, I'm opening my map. There's nothing marked on my map aside from just points of interest. This is where I came from. There's that elevator, but I can't get back up there. I hear them speaking nearby. Yeah, this is the only path that has anything. Oh, this is infuriating. Dan says, Ox, you might actually require the constrictor harness to squeeze into the vent so you can reach them. Oh, you're kidding me. So I can't even complete the mission because I don't have the right gear? Well, then I shouldn't do any of these if that's the case. I shouldn't do any of these until much later in the game. And this just brings me back here. Ah! Finally! Oh, that was hell on earth. Constrictor harness. All right, I found one. It activates automatically. Okay. But can I use it only for this level? So it's on the other wall. On the other side of that. Can't get through there. I really don't want to jump down. Okay, I need to go that way somehow. Okay, this way. And then turn right up there. And I passed it. Don't go down, because it's on this level. It's like right on the other side of that wall, but I can't get there from here. Ah! Ah! Thank you. I guess. What now? What now? Ah! Golly. I know I'm just back down here. Oh, and this just leads me back here. Ah. Oh, what? I'm not doing this level again. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this level again. No, no, no. We'll save the Enigma things until much later, after I'm more familiar with things like the constrictor harness and so on and so forth, so that I can better familiarize myself with those tools and the maps and how to use them, because that was just infuriating. Anyway, I got under the rail car. At least I know how to get there. I just got killed before I could do anything about it. Okay, well, let's see where this puts me at. It should put me back where I was before I deciphered the Enigma codes, or hopefully just after, so I don't have to decipher them again. But if I do have to decipher them again, at least I will have saved on some of the Enigma code points, so I can, now that I know how it works, it'll be easier for me. Yeah, okay.
Still got the Enigma terminal working again.
Noticed. What's it for?
Okay. And with that, I think I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for joining me for Scotch and Smoke Rings 501, episode 501. I'm going to hit the sack here in a bit so that I can get some shut-eye before Metro Exodus tomorrow. Christopher says, good try. You could have used the vent next to the rail car. Yes, now that I know what those vents look like, I think it's going to be much easier. What time is it on your end, says Fisher? It's about 10 o'clock on my end, so we've been doing this for a good 3 hours. A nice, good live stream. We'll pick up with Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, on Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. And tomorrow is Metro Exodus at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, and then 2 new videos for the weekend. One is going to be on Klamath for Fallout 2, and another on Tranquility Lane. So, it's going to be a blast. Thanks again for joining. Have a fantastic Thursday night, and I'll see you all again very soon.